Hi everyone, salam. I want to talk about something today, and before anyone says anything, I don't wear hijab full-time yet. So if it makes you uncomfortable that I'm Muslim and I don't wear hijab for the whole time, just scroll past, that's okay. We're all answerable to Allah, I know that very well. So inshallah I get there. Anyway, that's besides the point. For those thinking about becoming Muslim, I get a lot of messages from people asking, I'm interested in Islam, and then I kind of ask why, and then they tell me, oh, it's because of a guy or a girl. And you know, hidayah, guidance, can happen in many different ways, and Allah often uses people to guide us. However, I want to caution you, if you are considering becoming Muslim, do not do it for another person. They can be your inspiration, they can be the one to help you along the path. But it's never a good idea to do it for someone else. Because God forbid something happens between you and that person, you're going to start feeling resentment towards Islam possibly, or you're going to turn away from the faith completely. We shouldn't do anything at all that depends on other people's love and affection. As a matter of fact, when I became Muslim, I thought 100% I will literally never get married, because I'm not somebody who puts myself out there, and how do I meet Muslim guys? Because that's kind of haram, you know, intermixing and dating. So I was convinced I was never going to get married, and I made peace with that. Anyway, long story short, examine your motives, right? Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because it's not just, oh, I'm a Muslim now. It's a whole lifestyle change, especially if you were Christian. It's a huge lifestyle change, and you need discipline, and you need motivation. And sometimes motivation won't always be there. It's not easy stopping work in the middle of the day and making salah. It's not easy getting into the routine of making wudu. And this is not to put anyone off, but it is the reality of things. And I'm someone who doesn't like to sugarcoat things to people. So you're going to need way more than a significant other as your motivation. And that person also can't drag you along the whole time. You know, you are answerable for your faith. So if you want to pursue Islam and you want to become a Muslim, and I will always encourage people, always, this is not me trying to dissuade anyone, but this is me telling things in a straightforward manner. If you're considering becoming Muslim, do your own research. Okay? Google, watch YouTubes. If you need help, please DM me and I can send you some links. Read. Understand what Islam is all about, why we believe what we believe. Fall in love with the religion first. Fall in love with La ilaha illallah. You know, there's only one God. Fall in love with the specific aspect of the religion, because then when times get tough and you're not motivated, then you can fall back to, this is why I became Muslim, here's my reason. And I think a lot of people become Muslim and then become really demotivated very quickly, because they're not prepared for the journey they're going to go on. And it depends on your friend group, it depends on your family, but very often people will turn their back on you and they will use excuses to say, oh, but you did this, oh, but you did that, just because they're not comfortable with you being Muslim and they don't want to be your friend anymore. That has happened to me. That has happened to me, where there's people that will no longer speak to me because I became Muslim, and they were looking for a reason to have an issue with me ever since I became Muslim. Family members, there's family members who do not speak to me anymore, and I was prepared for that. It didn't sway me, because I knew that this was probably going to happen. And the fact of the matter is, if you want to become a Muslim and you don't have a strong community around you yet, or a very close friend that accepts you in all your glory, you need to mentally prepare yourself. Okay? It's not a joke. Changing your religious beliefs shouldn't be a la-di-da thing, and it shouldn't be dependent on whether this person becomes your partner or not. And if that is a motivation, I'm not judging you, astaghfirullah, if it does come across that way. And I know so many people who became Muslim through their partners, and that's amazing. As I mentioned previously, hidayah comes from different sources. Guidance from Allah comes in different ways. There's no cookie cutter way. Not everyone dreams, not everyone finds a partner who's Muslim, not everyone has a best friend who's Muslim, not everyone knows about Islam from childhood. It can happen in different ways. But what I'm trying to say is, if you do go down the path of reverting for someone, you better start learning your religion and finding your own reasons for falling in love with it, finding your own reasons to practice. Because one thing I said to myself is, I want to know what I believe, and I want to wholeheartedly believe in it. And when I convert and when I change religions, I want to know why. And I'm not going to do it for, nobody's going to tell me why. I need to tell myself why. It's very, very important that you know what you believe. And it's very important to know that at the end of the day, no matter what you believe in, we will all be accountable for our decisions come Judgment Day. And do you want to stand before Allah and say, I became Muslim because, okay, for a partner, but I made my effort to find you, Allah? Or do you want to say, I just became Muslim because that's what my partner or my family was doing? And no, you want to stand with pride and joy and love in front of your Creator and say, yeah, I became Muslim. And yes, it was through my partner, or yes, it was through my mom. But I fell in love with the religion, and I'm grateful for the guidance. You should be your source. Allah should be your source of motivation before anybody on earth. If the Quran taught me anything, it's that this dunya, this life, is fleeting, it's deceptive, it's permanent, and that includes people. And since becoming Muslim, I've learned to love people with open hands. You can be in my life and you can go, and I'll still be grateful. Because I know the path I'm on and I know who I'm doing it for. So I hope this helped somebody. And if you have any questions, you need any links, please do message me. Salam.